A group of parents rallying this morning saying they want their kids in classrooms sooner rather than later. Meanwhile, as a return to class approaches amid this pandemic, San Diego Unified reportedly offering some staffers an early retirement. And how far the city says it has come in the push to repair San Diego streets, and how far some say the city still has to go. ABC 10 News at 11 starts now.
ABC 10 News at 11 starts now.
Hello, everybody. Thanks for joining us on this Thursday. I'm Virginia Cha. I am joined remotely by my co-anchor, Jim Patton, as well as 10 News meteorologist Megan Perry, and we're going to hear from them in just a moment. But we want to start with this. Parents rallying to get school classrooms back open has been a trend the past few months. Some say it's worked. Others say they're still waiting for answers. ABC 10 News reporter Vanessa Paz is in Mira Mesa, where San Diego Unified parents rallied early this morning to try to get their kids back in class sooner than later.
Despite cold temps early hours, parents rallied along this popular stretch off Mira Mesa Boulevard with a message that it's almost been a year, and every day that passes is time that their kid could have spent back in the classrooms. San Diego Unified has kept doors to their campuses shut since March, but recently announced plans to initiate phase 2 of a return plan in January. Parents at today's rally, though, said that's not soon enough.
Kids are depressed, so we're trying to get them together safely outside with masks and everything, but the kids need socialization. They need to be with their friends. That is half of what they get out of school.
Councilman Chris Cate joined parents to support.
I think every day that passes is critical.
Chiming in about how San Diego's climate could easily play a key part in welcoming kids back to class.
Outdoor learning. Why are we not taking advantage of the climate that we have here in San Diego? Yes, they're innovative. Yes, they may be costly and they may be some barriers there, but what ideas are we putting forward when we know for a fact and we have the data that says that distance learning is not working?
Even though we've seen this trend of rallies make a difference for districts like Poway, Carlsbad, Del Mar, and Vista, it came with a cost. A week after Vista welcomed students back into classrooms, 5 COVID cases arose in the district, resulting in a lack of teachers to fill in and a quick move by the board to set new rules, even making parents rethink their decision.
I think they just need to reevaluate their plan, and I probably wouldn't bring them back until after summer next year. But I know they've been having problems getting substitute teachers here. So that right there, if you're having problems getting substitute teachers, that says a lot.
Yet parents like Edward Ewing think districts have had more than enough time to think things through.
The psychological effects on children are going to be felt for generations. It seems like they're not putting the children first.
Carlsbad is the latest district to vote yes on reopening some of their high schools back to students on November 30th. But of course, some parents think that it's a risk because that date falls right after the holidays. In Mira Mesa, Vanessa Paz, ABC 10 News.
Meanwhile, this morning we are getting an update on recent COVID cases in the Escondido Union School District. The district there confirming 2 people in the Mission Middle School community tested positive for the virus. The district says they are unrelated, isolated cases. The district also adding, quote, in an abundance of caution and in alignment with guidance from the San Diego County Public Health Department, all students and staff members who were determined to be potential close contacts with either individual were notified immediately and were advised to begin a 14-day quarantine. The district says they are taking steps to protect staff and students, including limiting class sizes and enforcing social distancing and mask requirements. We're about 2 months away from San Diego Unified's planned return to campus, but the district is reportedly looking to bring fewer teachers back. The Voice of San Diego reporting the district is offering teachers early retirement. Now, we have covered the financial strain the San Diego Unified District is facing during this pandemic, and these early retirement options would reportedly cut costs. We have reached out to the district for details. We will have more for you when we hear back. We also have this breaking news out of Las Vegas. A small plane crashed there in just the last 90 minutes. Terrible scene. Our sister station is reporting the plane went down in the southwest area of the valley. That's about 7 miles south of the Strip. It appears the plane caught fire after crashing. It is not clear how many people were inside or if anyone survived. We are working to get more information and we'll bring you updates as soon as we get them. Jim?
Now, Virginia, San Diego City officials say they're on track to fix half of the city's streets that need repairs by the end of the year. ABC 10 News reporter Marie Cornell has more on how the pandemic helped with their efforts.
When Mayor Kevin Faulconer took office, one of his top priorities was fixing San Diego roads. He now says they are on schedule to reaching his goal of repairing more than 3,000 miles of San Diego roads.
That is historic for our city.
About a decade ago, it took city crews an entire year to get about 24 miles of street repairs done. Now crews are averaging 25 miles of street repair a month. Chris McFadden, the director of transportation and stormwater, says the pandemic helped them get the work done without causing much backups on the roads.
We staggered some working times, people coming in different times, so we were able to actually do a lot of repairs, especially when people were not driving on the roads.
Even though the city is on track to repaving half of the city's entire street network by the end of the year, City Council member Vivian Moreno says there's more work that needs to be done, specifically on dirt and gravel roads like this in neighborhoods like Stockton. In a statement she sent to ABC 10 News, she says in part, these dirt roads are vestiges of the past maintained by policies that are over 6 decades long. The city says they are looking into that request, but the focus right now is finishing the projects that have already been planned to make sure they meet that goal by the end of the year. Reporting from Scripps Ranch, Marie Cornell, ABC 10 News.
Well, police have released body cam video of a deadly officer-involved shooting in Mountain View last week. San Diego police releasing footage from 3 different body cameras. The video shows the officers approaching a home on South Pardee Street. And you see a man in that video outside, and he appears to have something in his hand. You can hear officers telling him to drop it. Well, the man then appears to run at them, and there are sounds of weapons firing before the man falls to the ground. Now, we are freezing the moment before the man is shot. He's been identified as Jose Alfredo Castro Gutierrez. His family has hired an attorney and plans to file a wrongful death lawsuit, saying Castro had a history of mental illness and that the use of lethal force was unjustified.
It was a tragic combination of negligence and callousness that led to a needless death. It's not an aggressive charge with any brandishing of a weapon or a fist. He's running because he believed that they would give him help.
San Diego police say the incident will be reviewed by the district attorney's office, internal affairs, and the community review board, and federal agencies will also monitor that process. This morning, more progress reported in the fight against the fires in Orange County. The crews reporting the Blue Ridge fire is now 30% contained and the Silverado at 40% containment. The 2 fires have combined to burn more than 28,000 acres. Several firefighters have been injured fighting these fires so far, and the last update on the 2 that were severely burned was that they are in critical condition. Virginia?
Thank you, Jim. I'm hoping for the best for them. Election day less than a week away, and the push for swing voters is in, well, full swing. Yesterday, both campaigns making stops in Arizona. Today, both Joe Biden and President Trump holding events in Florida. ABC's Alex Perche has the details.
Joe Biden may be leading President Trump in most national polls, but they're locked in a tight race in Florida. Today, both set to crisscross this critical state.
I'm not counting on the polls. That's why I'm heading back down to Florida.
We're winning big in Florida.
The U.S. Election Project reporting 78 million people have voted early, either in person or by mail across the country. 7 million of those are in the state of Florida, roughly half the registered voters there. Today, both candidates eyeing the critical I-4 corridor, home to 1 in 4 Florida voters. The president and Joe Biden set to hold dueling rallies in Tampa as they try to court the state's senior and Latino voters. Biden Wednesday making his closing arguments on the coronavirus.
I'm not running the false promise of being able to end this pandemic by flipping a switch. But what I can promise you is this. We will start on day 1 doing the right things.
The president continuing to make big promises, not supported by his own medical experts.
A safe vaccine is coming very quickly. You're going to have it momentarily.
And his administration is facing new questions about putting political strategy over public health after this newly released recording from April between Trump's son-in-law and senior advisor Jared Kushner and journalist Bob Woodward, obtained by CNN.
What he's been saying is don't fall into the same trap that we fell into the first time. The states have to own the testing. But the president also is very smart politically with the way he did that fight with the governors to basically say, no, I own the opening. Because, again, the opening is going to be very popular.
As is often the case, the battle to win the White House will include winning Florida and its coveted Latino vote. That Marist NBC poll has the president up 6 points among likely Latino voters. It's a demographic that Hillary Clinton won handily in 2016, definitely something of concern for the Biden campaign. Alex Brachet, ABC News, Washington.